Howdy ho, everybody. Welcome back. We're about to get the stream started. Waiting for confirmation from YouTube. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Rock's Roost and the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. We played this earlier today, where we got to Balmora. HP, my man, how you doing? Nice. Home campaign, pumped up version of Tiamat uses 3 books, 2 of them 5th edition, 1 from 3.5. Steal ideas from her previous stat blocks. Nice. Sounds like you got the creative juices flowing, my friend. It's good to see you. Always feels good when you get the creativity going, right? Quick save. That's where we left off. No, they're probably not. It sounds like they got a rude awakening.
Greetings. What shall we talk about?
A rude awakening indeed. Kind of like having to look at bare-chested Caius Cosades here. Oop, wrong button. Are you here to discuss your orders? Well, yes. We left this... We left a bunch of blue things here because my voice was giving out earlier. And I'll tell you one thing. Give me 1 second here. This is a little bit loud in my ear. There we go. There. Should be okay now. Okay. The sound should remain unaffected for y'all. Tell us about yourself. I'm the Imperial Spymaster for Morrowind, and since I'm the Ranking Blades agent in Morrowind, you report to me. You follow orders, and we'll get along fine. Thanks, HP. Good to know it's coming through well. The Blades, of course, we knew this, but he's confirming for us we're spies. We're the Emperor's hidden eyes and ears in the provinces. We watch the Emperor's enemies. We look for opportunities. We make reports, and when the Emperor commands, we obey. But we're only one of many guilds and factions in Morrowind. You should know a little about Morrowind politics before you get involved with any of these other groups. And that is sage advice. But it's always acceptable to stumble through. I mean, this is a game, right? The point of this is to have fun. And what's more fun than finding yourself in the midst of political intrigue and backstabbing, right? So, you know, I've played this before. It's many times, but it's been a long time since we've been this far along. Probably 15 years. So Dure, let's talk about that. Agent Dure lives in Endothran, the main point of House Halalu on the Inner Sea. Port, I should say, not point. Southwest of Vivek. Her house is on the west side of town. I mean, we can talk about all these things, but let's go over the orders again. Ready for orders. Good. Go talk to Hasfat, not Asshat, Hasfat and Tabalus at Balmora Fighters Guild. Ask him what he knows about the Nerevarine secret cult and the 6th House secret cult. You'll have him do a favor, or you'll have to do a favor. Wait, what? You'll have to do him a favor first. Sorry. Probably an ugly favor, but do it. Then get the information from Antabalus and report back to me. Okay. By the way, Hasfat is a student of Morrowind history. Take the chance to get a little education. And I have a few history books in here. Help yourself. You're welcome to them. No point in being part of history if you're too ignorant to understand it. Well, I guess you have a point there. Yeah, Morrowind history. Jeanette Cité's little book is a good place to start. I have a copy here. Take it. You might also look for On Morrowind, the Imperial Province, by Aramanwe of Sunhold. Pronunciations, you'll have to bear with me. I can do that. Hasfat. He's drill master of the Fighters Guild. He's lived in Morrowind all his life, knows the natives, and talks a lot with backcountry mercenaries. He thinks of himself as a scholar, and he's particularly interested in Dwemer ruins and artifacts. Now, we know that there's a Dwemer ruin somewhere nearby that's been mentioned before. I think it's somewhere near the Fort Moonmouth, I think. Moonmouth Fort is the Imperial Legion garrison southeast of Balmora, just outside of town. Rad Hardheart is the knight in charge. Between the Imperial Legions and the Imperial cult staff, they have about a dozen service providers out there. I think we heard that before. Little advice about doing quests for factions. If you try to complete every task you're given, sooner or later you'll run into trouble. Don't assume that because someone gives you a job, you ought to be able to complete it. When you get a job that's over your head, be patient and go do something else for a while. Come back when you're tougher, better skilled, and better equipped. Like when we were at the tomb by Sadanin and we got it pushed in by the necromancer's throngs. What about this? It's crazy, isn't it? There is some actual good advice here. Nice to know, right? The Nerevarine. This is the second time I believe we've heard about this. I'm sure this won't be important at all later. Some Dunmer believe that an orphan and outcast, a youth born on a certain day to uncertain parents, will one day unite all the tribes of the Dunmer, drive out the invaders of Morrowind, and re-establish the ancient laws and customs of the Dark Elven nations. They call this orphan and outcast the Nerevarine, and say the Nerevarine will be a reincarnation of the long-dead Dunmer General First Counselor, Lord Indoril Nerevar. Now, interesting point of note here. Nerevar was not a Dunmer. He was a Chimer, I believe. Pretty sure. I'm sure I'll get butchered in the comments later. But pretty sure he was actually a Chimer. But it would stand to reason that someone who is not Dunmer, an outlander like this person, would not know that. So we're cutting a little deep here. He's going to say the same thing. You see, it's very easy to get deep into dialogue trees, and I think we'll save some of this with the Fighters Guild. Nothing new there. Except right here, I see something. You'll have to start your service with Idis Fireeye, the Balmora Guild Steward. She's new, and I don't know her well. Perseus Mercius, how about a name like that? The Aldrune Guild Steward. I know and trust, but he only handles high-ranking assignments. I think that's enough for now. So we can get bogged down in this, but let's not for the moment. Although we asked about Nerevar, let's ask about the 6th house, and then we'll go. A trusted informant says they're a secret cult associated with some strange events recently, and more important, my informant thinks these recent disturbances are related in some way to the Nerevarine prophecies. The illiterate Ashlanders. See, it's like a rabbit hole. It's like Wikipedia, man. The illiterate Ashlanders pass down their customs and history in the form of poetic verses. Among the things they preserve in verse are the dreams and prophetic visions of their wise women, in particular the verses that foretell the coming of the Nerevarine. But I don't know much about it. That's why I'm sending you to find out. Okay, so this is important. And one thing I want to point out. If we go back up here to Nerevarine, some Dunmer believe that an orphan and outcast, a youth born on a certain day to uncertain parents. Remember, as we were coming to Sadanin, asleep on the boat from Cyrodiil, presumably that's where we came from, we heard a voice talking about that sort of thing, did we not? Ashlanders. I don't know much about the Ashlanders. People say they are murderous savages, but most people are idiots. Well, ain't that the truth? I know they hate their settled Dunmer cousins almost as much as they hate Westerners. They must be tough to live in the Ashlands. I don't think outsiders can become members of the tribes. I don't know why anyone would want to. Okay, so let's see. We need to go to Hasfat and Tabalus at the Fighters Guild. Now, I'm to ask him what he knows about the Nerevarine and the 6th house. Okay, so Fighters Guild, here we come. You are over encumbered. Oh, that's right. He gave us a book. Did he not? How wonderful. Well, you know what we do when we get over encumbered? We do some alchemy. That's right. Water breathing. Restore fatigue. Let's just try and make some potions. Good for the experience, eh? And we're almost unencumbered. We'll go and sell some things also. Ectoplasm. I'm going to save that for when I know what I'm doing. Ashiam. For some reason I like to save those. I just don't remember what it is. Bungler's Bane and Heather. And just like that, we're no longer encumbered. So he said to read something. He gave us Samaris Ancestral Tomb. That's the place where we ran into trouble back by Satanin. And that's what these bones are for. We'll have to go back there when we gain some levels. We're still first level, my goodness. Okay. Where is it? Did he not give us a book? Short History of Morrowind, is this it? I wonder how short this is. Let me preview it. That's not too bad. I guess I'll read this. A Short History of Morrowind by Jeanette Cite, or Seat. Seat? I don't know. From the introduction, led by the legendary prophet Veloth, the ancestors of the Dunmer, exiles from Altmer cultures in present-day Somerset Isle came to the region of Morrowind. In earliest times, the Dunmer were harassed or dominated by Nord sea raiders. When the scattered Dunmer tribes consolidated into the predecessors of the modern Great House clans, they threw out the Nord oppressors and successfully resisted further incursions. The ancient ancestor worship of the tribes was in time superseded by the monolithic tribunal temple theocracy, and the Dunmer grew into a great nation called Resdain. Resdain was the last of the provinces to submit to Tiber's septum. Like Blackmarsh, it was never successfully invaded, and peacefully incorporated by treaty into the Empire as the province of Morrowind. Almost 4 centuries after the coming of the Imperial Legions, Morrowind is still occupied by Imperial Legions, with a figurehead Imperial King, though the Empire has reserved most functions of the traditional local government to the ruling councils of the 5 great houses. We heard about this king back in Satanin, on Vardenfell district. In 3rd Era 414, Vardenfell territory, previously a temple preserve under Imperial protection, was reorganized as an Imperial provincial district. Vardenfell had been maintained as a preserve administered by the temple since the Treaty of the Armistice, and except for a few great house settlements sanctioned by the temple, Vardenfell was previously uninhabited and undeveloped. But when the centuries-old temple ban on trade and settlement of Vardenfell was revoked by the King of Morrowind, a flood of Imperial colonists and Great House Dunmer came to Vardenfell, expanding old settlements and building new ones. The new district was divided into Redoran, Hlalu, Telvanni, and Temple districts, each separately administered by local house councils or temple priesthood. and all under the advice and consent of Duke Dren and the district council in Ebonheart. Local law became a mixture of house law and imperial law in house districts, jointly enforced by house guards and legion guards, with temple law and imperial law enforced in the temple district by ordinators. We'll meet some of those later. The temple was still reorganized as the majority religion, but worship of the 9 divines was protected by the legions and encouraged by imperial cult missions. The temple district included the city of Vivek, the fortress of Ghostgate, and all sacred and profane sites, including those blighted areas inside the Ghost Fence, and all unsettled and wilderness areas on Vardenfell. In practice, this district included all parts of Vardenfell not claimed for Redoran, Hlaalu, or Telvanni districts. The temple stubbornly fought all development in their district, and were largely successful. House Hlaalu, in combination with imperial colonists, embarked on a vigorous campaign of settlement and development. In the decades after reorganization, Balmora and the Ascadian Isles regions have grown steadily. Caldera and Pelagiad were completely new settlements, and all legion forts were expanded to accommodate larger garrisons. House Telvanni, normally conservative and isolationist, has been surprisingly aggressive in expanding beyond their traditional tower villages. Disregarding the protests of the other houses, the temple, the duke, the district council, Telvanni pioneers have been encroaching on the wild lands reserved to the temple. The Telvanni Council officially disavows responsibility for these rogue Telvanni settlements, but it is an open secret that they are encouraged and supported by ambitious Telvanni mage lords. Under pressure from the temple, conservative House Redoran has steadfastly resisted expansion in their district. As a result, House Redoran and the temple are in danger of being politically and economically marginalized by the more aggressive and expansionist Hlaalu and Telvanni interests. The Imperial administration faces many challenges in the Vardenfell district, but the most serious are the Great House rivalries, animosity from the Ashlander nomads, internal conflicts within the temple itself, and the Red Mountain Blight. Struggles between Great House, temple, and Imperial interests to control Vardenfell's resources could at any time erupt into full-scale war. Ashlanders raid settlements, plunder caravans, and kill foreigners on their wild lands. The temple has unsuccessfully attempted to silence criticism and calls for reform within its ranks. But most serious are the plagues and diseased hosts produced by the blight storms sweeping out from Red Mountain. Vardenfell and all Morrowind have long been menaced by the legendary evils of Dagoth and his ash vampire kin dwelling beneath Red Mountain. For centuries, the temple has contained the threat within the Ghost Fence, but recently the temple's resources and will have faltered, and the threat from Red Mountain has grown in scale and intensity. If the Ghost Fence should fail, and hosts of blighted monsters were to spill across Vardenfell's towns and villages, the Empire might have no choice but to evacuate Vardenfell district and abandon it to disease and corruption. So that's what's going on. That is something else. Crazy. Alright, well, he looks like he's been hitting the sauce, and maybe something else. Good skooma pipe, yeah. It's stressful, huh? Let's see. Do we this is heavy. We can't really. We can read it though. This is very short. Okay. I'll read this, then we'll move on. The War of the First Council. This account by the Imperial scholar Agrippa Fundilius is based on various Imperial and Dunmer sources and written for Western readers. Okay. Let me get a drink. A bit parched. The War of the First Council was a First Age religious conflict between secular Dunmer houses Dwemer and Dagoth, and the Orthodox Dunmer houses Induril, Redoran, Dres, Lalu, and Tovani. The First Council was the first pan-Dunmer governing body, which collapsed under disputes about sorceries and enchantments practiced by the Dwemer and declared profane by other houses. The secular houses, less numerous but politically and magically more advanced and aided by Nord and Orc clans, interesting, drawn by promise of land and booty, initially campaigned with great success in the north of Morrowind and occupied much of the land now comprising Redoran, Vardenfell, and Telvanni district. The Orthodox houses, widely dispersed and poorly organized, suffered defeat after defeat until Nerevar was made general of all house troops and levies. Nerevar secured the aid of nomad barbarian tribesmen and contrived to force a major battle at the secular stronghold of Red Mountain on Vardenfell. The secular forces were outmaneuvered and defeated with the help of Ashlander scouts, and the survivors forced to take refuge in the Dwemer stronghold at Red Mountain. After a brief siege, treason permitted Nerevar and his troops to enter the stronghold, where the secular leaders were slain and Nerevar mortally wounded. General slaughter followed, and houses Dwemer and Dagoth were exterminated. Nerevar died shortly thereafter of his wounds. 3 of Nerevar's associates among the Orthodox houses, Vivek, Amalexia, and Sothasil, succeeded to control the recreated First Council, renamed the Grand Council of Morrowind, and went on to become god kings and immortal rulers of Morrowind, known as the Tribunal, or Omsivi. We will leave that there because we don't want to be over-encumbered. He has moon sugar here. Okay, we will see you. So, we need to go to the Fighters Guild. We also need to sell some stuff because we are like mega over encumbered. You know, we could stash things in here, I guess. What would be the point of that? Okay. I hope my keyboard's not clicking, clacking too loud. Here's the Southwell Club. Has the scrib on the banner. That's pretty sure that's not in the vanilla game. That's something I added. Okay, so there were shops over here, seems like. Oh, there's stuff in there. I'll just take that. Hopefully no one will care. No one seems to care. Oh, what was that? Salt rice? Salt rice. Take that. We're going to make some more potions. Over encumbered. Can't reach that box. Okay. So, this is the game we play. Restore fatigue, which is always good. And something... Do we have anything else that also does that? Bread. Failed miserably. Okay, it's fine. Bone meal. Why not? Try it. Try it. This would be a potion of fatigue. Up. Bone. Moroni. And we failed miserably. Okay, it's fine. Large Kwama egg. Let's try this. Oh well. It was worth a shot. We will suck at alchemy until we don't. Our alchemy skill is at 18. And we're not very close to getting an increase. What we need to do is stop sneaking. And we need a better mortar and pestle. That's for darn sure. It's a house. Duragrabal, okay. We'll go back across the river. There's a shops are over here, I do believe. As are the guilds. What is this scrib? Council Club. Now, the syndicate is in there. Don't want to go in there. I don't want to go in there and cause trouble right now. Lucky lockup. Probably won't get caught. Nobody looking. That dude. He needs to go away. There we go. When you have the sneak icon down there in the lower left, that means no one can see you. Hey. Let's try that. No, I'll tell you what. Let's see if we can find a better mortar and pestle here. Just check, see what's in there. Well, when he's not around, we may come back out here and steal that. I also need to get rid of this moon sugar. There, we gained a level. I mean, this stuff's not red, so I think we can just take it. Thank. Famous last words. Pretty sure. But we need to rest. We can't do that in here. We do want to level up, though. This is... what did it say? Pawnbroker. Is this where the Khajiit are? Do they have some secret Khajiit in here? I was thinking. Daril Baron Zaya, Volume 2. Oh my. We're going to go down that rabbit hole eventually, but probably not right now. Hello. Hello, friend. I am Drasala Nithrion. Welcome to Balmora. If you have a question, I'll be happy to answer it, or try to anyway. And if it's just a little advice you like, that's fine too. Well, there's some advice. Outlanders new in Vardenfell do best in Balmora. House Lalu, excuse me, is imperial through and through, and you get a good mix of native and imperial people and services. Not as friendly to Outlanders up north in House Redoran Country or down in Big Vivek City, and definitely not friendly out east with Telvanni Wizards. Shop the Outfitters, then check out the guilds for work. If you want to be adopted by a great house, you'll need a patron, and that's easier when you've got a reputation. Sounds good to me. Let's barter. Oh, I forgot. Stupid me. We need to get rid of the moon sugar, which is here. I need to find a Khajiit merchant to sell that to. And the skooma. Alright. It's as easy as that. Okay. What do you have? Journeyman's retort. And I don't remember what the retort does for you. I don't remember all the alchemy mechanics. We'll kind of figure it out as we go. Apprentice's mortar and pestle. Is that what we have? It is. She doesn't have a better one. There is one somewhere you can rip off. So there might be something. Got some books. Biography of Baron's Eye, Volume 1. Adra and Daedra, which we actually have. What you got for weapons? Nothing great. You have anything enchanted? No. Bargain, fortify health. Poison resist. Cyrodiilic brandy. Glen, grief. Miles tea. Spoiled, cure disease potion. No, thank you. Spoiled slow fall potion. No. Well, she is a pawnbroker, right? So she's not really going to have the best stuff. Rolled paper. I have 2737 gold. That's not bad for considering how early we are in the game. Well, I'll sell you this, and I'll sell you the pants. You know, just get rid of something. I'm going to keep that. I'll sell you the shoes. We're keeping the robe, the extravagant robe. The expensive robe. Yeah, we'll keep the extravagant. We got that from, what's his name? Tar Heel. And we'll sell this. You're not giving me nearly enough, lady. One more, please? No? Okay. Anything else? Probably should have looked to sell some weapons. I don't know. Iron longsword. We want to sell that, I think. What's the stated value? 40, and you're giving me 19? I don't think so. We need to up her attitude toward us in some other way. How about selling some potions? The Flynn. You're going to give me 48 for that. That's a terrible deal. Even though I'll probably rip that off. Value 12. What are you going to give me for one of these? 5. Not bad considering, you know, this is the way to increase her, you know, liking of me. You say it went up 1. So that's how you do that. I mean, most of the potions I made were actually good. What does the diamond do alchemically? Brain attributes agility. It does other stuff. It does 3 other things. I don't remember what they do. Okay, well. Silver longsword. I mean, it's pretty swingy, but it has much higher potential damage. We may switch to that. I don't know. Expensive ring. The tax record, we can sell that. She doesn't want it though. Okay, enough of that. Let's go. Goodbye. Thank you. Oh, I almost forgot. My illicit goods. Can't forget that, can we? Okay. I swear, I thought there were some Khajiit around here. Outfitter. Well, we might find something better in here to buy. What's up?
You want something, friend?
Selection of oddments. Bowls, silverware, cleaning supplies, storage solutions. All the little things that people need. How often are you getting ready to scramble a kwama egg and you realize all your bowls and forks are dirty or in use? All the time. Of course. I know. You can never have enough bowls or brooms. How often you go to sweep up your roof and a cliff racer comes down and steals your broom. Now, let me tell you, cliff racers are trouble. I've never had one steal my broom, but I've had them steal my lunch. People are always coming in buying brooms, which reminds me I have to restock the shop. Someone who appreciates all the little things might be just the person to find all the items on my shopping list. Well, tell me about that list. Here it is. It's divided into sections, so it'll be easier for us both to keep count of the items. Just bring all those batches in, and I'll pay you, say, 350 drakes. And no funny stuff. No stolen goods. I mean, I can hardly check every item that comes through my shop, can I? Yeah, you're right. You can't. Let's see what you got. Ooh, something blue. I don't have it yet. Okay. Barter. Anything good? I'm stupid. I have to get rid of the stupid. The stuff. It's more trouble than it's worth, probably. The skooma. Here it is. All these little bottles and things, you know, look the same. You get used to them. Well, look, a little secret, huh? They say they don't have much of a problem here with vampires. I don't have much trouble with vampires here either. From my experience, that's the truth in the settled parts of Vardenfell. But in the backcountry, you hear rumors. Out near Dagon Fell, Margan, Molag Mar, you hear people talk of running into vampires in Dwemer ruins and ancestral tombs. Best to be careful. You don't want to run into those babies. And if you do, you want a nice, crisp copy of Divine Intervention so you can get away safe, fast, all in one piece. Probably so. Iron Saber. Iron Wakizashi. Common pants. You don't have a mortar and pestle, do you? The bug lamp. Everybody needs that. The Book of Dawn and Dusk. That sounds interesting, doesn't it? I don't want to waste money. You have anything good? You have nothing good. I'm sorry, but I don't want any of this crap. I'll see you later. We may come back here and buy something, but just not right now. Okay. Just not the same place? This must be his apartment. Are you going to come up here? I see him. Of the bug rug. That's tempting. We should save. And we should attempt to pick this lock. Our security skill is 15, so we should be able to do it. Apprentice. Success. What do you got for me? Common pants, common ring, and 4 gold. Goodness gracious. Never. No. At least we got some experience out of that deal. We'll try the silver longsword for a while. It's a-raining. One thing, the weather changes quickly here in Vardenfell. What is this place? Trader Revere. You know, we left our, Hey! I left my stuff over here on the floor, didn't I? It's a Khajiit. We need to find a Khajiit that deals in alchemy stuff. Yeah, I've left it here.
You want something, friend?
Yep, I'll see you later. I gotta get in out of this storm. Goodness gracious. Who are you? Hedvild. Are you a Nord? I got some rumors. House Lalu must have a spy in all the room. They always seem to know what the Red Ring Council's planning. What do? I'm a barbarian and proud of it. I like the wilderness and know how to live comfortably off the land. Excuse me. I know the various native creatures of the wild, how to hunt them, what bits are good to eat, and what bits the city folk will pay for. I know weapons and armor and how to stay healthy, so I can play soldier for pay. But I hate taking orders, so I prefer to live by hunting. Well, excuse me. That sounds like a pretty good way to live, actually. I'll see you later. You're a striking lass. I'll have to say that. Must be a Nord. She looked Nordish. Now, with any luck, you don't happen to sell alchemical ingredients, do you? Because I'd love to get rid of this moon sugar.
What do you want?
Revere. Well, I got something that you might like to have, my man. Knows why you're here. You want to buy the famous Daedric weapons, huh? What? You say these are not Daedric weapons? Why did I say that? I didn't say that. No, you're right, but Revere's no liar. When you wish it, Revere's fiend, demon, and devil weapons will be as sharp as fine Daedric. and as light as a netch air sac. Hell yeah. The magic lasts a short time, but long enough to punch through the toughest armor. Revere buys them direct from the Telvanni. You need not find any cheaper, or you will not find any cheaper in all Balmora. What about these foreigners? Like you. Excuse me. Most native Dunmer don't like foreigners. Dunmer are a proud people, and they look down on other races and cultures. That's very true. They particularly dislike Outland Dunmer. Uh-oh. I guess that's what I am. Dark elves born and raised to imperial ways, who don't know what it is to be a Dunmer born and bred. Foreigners can be accepted in Morrowind, even adopted into a great house. There's even a Nord on the House Lalu Council, but it isn't easy. It takes time and effort to win a native's trust. Yeah, no kidding. Tell me about yourself. I'm a trader, general merchant. I sell a little bit of anything. Okay. Guild Guide. A Guild Guide is a spellcaster of the Mages Guild who provides magical transport. Yes, we've heard of this. We want to look into that. I'm interested in joining the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. We're already in the Thieves Guild. Citizens of the Empire. Anything new here? I don't know. Let's barter. You see, he doesn't care that I have the moon sugar. And will he buy it? He will. Okay. So, even though he doesn't sell alchemical ingredients, does he? I was thinking that you had to be he had to sell alchemical stuff to actually sell that to him, but I guess not. And yeah, it's a pittance. He's offering me a pittance compared to what it's worth. However, I'm getting rid of it, and I'm tired of fooling with it. And don't forget, I didn't pay for it, so that's probably good. I mean, I'm getting ripped off big time because let's see, we take this. We got 28. So we should be getting 1,400 for that. We're not even getting half. We're not even getting half of what it's worth. But I think it's fine to just get rid of it, you know. We've been mollycoddling this crap forever. Taking up room in the inventory. You know, and it gets us 1,169 credit, right? So anything here we want. This looks interesting. Bound longsword. I don't know if we really want that or not. Oh, it's 9,000. We can't afford it. Never mind. Never mind. Chitin greaves do anything good. I think mostly we just want to, you know, sell. We might want that. We could put that on, I guess. We looked at the weapons. We didn't look at the regular weapons. Steel dart, chitin war axe, chitin short sword. Nah. You don't have a mortar and pestle. So I guess we're going to just use you for a drug bank. You can't afford it? Oh, he only has 600. I'm sorry. I was looking at... Sorry. Didn't mean to embarrass you, man. Yeah. You can buy 2? About 2 more. Math skills. You can buy 1 more. 1 more. There you go. Will you give me 149? Yes, you will. That's fantastic. Goodbye. And what we're going to do here We're just going to wait. So we're going to wait. Actually, no. Let's go outside. Don't know if it matters. Wait 24 hours. And he should be restocked in money, I think. It's barter, my man. He is. Okay. So we can sell him that and sell him the scoom. Get rid of it. 625. He can't quite afford it. 600 even. Great. Works for me. Goodbye.
You wish to speak.
Now I'm good. We're going to wait another 24 hours. You know, just loitering around with the Khajiit place, you know. Raining again. Surprise, surprise. It rains a lot here. Hey, I got something else for you, my man. Some moon sugar. And, you know, I'm going to keep those. Those are useful. Water breathing. Do I really need two? I don't know. Restore fatigue. Restore fatigue. Restore fatigue. Restore fatigue. Standard health. We need some health. I'm going to sell this. And that should be good. Okay, okay. Will you give me one more? Thank you.
What do you want?
You don't want to be too greedy, because if they turn you down, I mean, you can kind of force them to eventually take your offer, but their attitude towards you will go down every time they refuse. Look at him shaking his head. You don't want me to take that? Okay. But take that, you'll get mad, right? Even though it doesn't say as stealing. Okay. What's that thing? Common amulet. I mean, these things, obviously this would be stealing. Right? But it's not red. Maybe I'm misremembering. You see me? He doesn't see me. I want that expensive amulet.
Escape.
Yeah, it is theft. I figured. Let's just do a little save scumming there. Yeah, you saw nothing. I don't think he saw me. We'll wait till he turns around, looks the other way. See if it works. I just need to do some experimentation here. Look the other way. There we go. Oh, yes, it reloaded. It re-rolled what was in there. Fair play. He's not looking. We got away with it that time. We should save. Because I want that belt also. No. See ya.
What do you want?
Nothing good. There's his bed. Alright. Can we get out this way? We can. Hello, Dawson. Welcome to the stream and the chat. You're right. This game really does deserve a remake. I've gussied it up with some mods. We're playing OpenMW. And I have some fairly light mods. And one big mod, we have Tamriel Rebuilt running also. Head on. Be seeing you, prisoner.
Oh,
You're the guard. Look at his kite and armor. It's kind of crazy.
What do you ask?
I do wish that Bethesda had been busy working on, you know, another Elder Scrolls game or even another Fallout game instead of Starfield, because they just kind of blew it with that.
all right.
You know.
I'm listening.
I've been able to find the fun in Starfield, but it's a different animal. It's a different animal. I don't know what y'all think about it, but let's barter. Anything good? Big ol' axe. Adamantium boots. Very expensive. Can't afford any of this. I mean, we have armor class of 6, or, well, armor rating of 6. So, I mean, that's okay. It's not great. Do you have any heavy armor? Like heavy pauldrons. Your shield. It's a light pauldron. It's medium. Trollbone helm. That's pretty cool. Armor rating 22. What is our Imperial thing? Armor rating 19. So that would be an increase of 3. That's not bad. Value 65. Let's buy that. And what if we put that? Can you put it on without? No, you can't. You have to buy it first. Might be a waste. Might not be. I don't know. Magical items, miscellaneous items. We have Journeyman Armorer's Hammer. Which that reminds me, we need to check the quality of our goods. That's true. That's true. We are getting a remake of Elder Scrolls 4 and our Fallout 3 remaster. That'll be fun. I played through Fallout 3 for the channel last year, I guess. Maybe finished it up this year. But that's a fun game. We're doing New Vegas now. We streamed New Vegas last night, as a matter of fact. Would you offer... Could I get it for 69? I cannot. Okay. Goodbye. Now, let's see. Based on our skill of 37 in heavy armor, we should get a pretty good benefit from this helmet, even though it may look really stupid. Well, I get 1. We were armor 6, right? We don't get the full benefit, but we will. We'll get there, and we'll look, you know, utterly ridiculous. How do I get the camera? I don't remember how I get the camera to go around me. Anyway, whatever. Yep. So I guess on to the Fighters Guild then. I'd say it's a... I think, honestly, I mean, I can see why they would want to remake Oblivion, because I think Oblivion actually aged worse. I mean, the facial animations in Oblivion are just really bizarre. But I agree, a Morrowind remake would be more interesting. I think it'd probably sell better. Because this is a game that I think, I mean, everybody who's interested in this kind of game knows about Morrowind. But this game is so old that a lot of people are afraid to check it out. Hey there. So that's some lore. And a remake might help with that, you know? I think we talked to you, actually. You told us about this murder. Yeah, you were the one that mentioned that. No one else... You say everybody's talking about it, but no one else has mentioned it. Excuse me, sir. But actually, a remake of both would be quite good. I mean, heck,
Did you want something?
think about it. Skyrim is old enough that it wouldn't be weird if Bethesda was a normal game company, right? It wouldn't be weird for a remake of Skyrim to get announced, you know? It's old enough. But yeah, I think Morrowind is so good, but its clunkiness, I think, is what holds it back. For younger folks, especially, to get into it. You have to be a pretty hardcore gamer, I think, to really fully appreciate this experience. You are a facile Carasil. You're not the person I need to talk to. Goodbye. In fact, I can't remember who it is we're supposed to talk to. What was it? Assfat. That's right, Asshat. That's who we're looking for. Is it you? I don't remember.
You've got my ear. Let's hear it.
Don't remember.
What's your story?
Well, you're striking. I just fire eye. No wonder you have an interesting name. You don't know where Asshat is, do you? I would like to join the guild. I would, yeah. You look like you could take care of yourself. Before I sign you up, you might want to look at the Fighters Guild charter. Are you ready to sign up now? Let's look at that charter rules. Well, let's read the charter. There we go. Excuse me. I lost my place. See, this is one of those clunky things. A lot of people are not into reading these walls of text, but I don't know. There's something about the story coming alive inside my head while I read this. I think that's part of what makes this game so endearing. So any remake would have to have the option of doing the reading still, but it should also be fully voiced for those who want that. Your duties are to your lords and brethren. In all ways proceed with honor and valor. Keep a keen and watchful mind, and never succumb to the craven tricks of the weak. Excuse me. As a member, you are permitted to use items in our equipment chest. It is traitorous to fight or thieve from other members of the guild. If you break these rules, you must speak with at least a warder of the guild to redeem your standing. Do you feel you can uphold these simple ideals? You bet. You are now Rock the Rambler, the associate in the Fighters Guild. Work hard, follow orders, and you'll do just fine. Seek me out if you feel you're ready for advancement. Let's have some orders. I have a very simple contract to end an infestation of cave rats. You might be able to handle it. The cave rats go to Dry Rain Thelis's house. It's here in Balmora, along the river on the east side. Ask her where the rats are coming from. Kill the rats and get your payment from Dry Rain Thelis. Report back to me once you've taken care of this. We will do that. What RPG would be complete without a little rat hunting, eh?
Something.
Well, Asshat, we haven't found him yet. We probably still need to talk to him, don't we? Hasfat. There he is. Hasfat and Tabalus. Yep. Good day, Rock the Rambler. So you're with Caius, huh? And Caius wants information. Of course, there's a this for that involved. I require a favor first, and then I'll tell you what you want to know. Sure. There are Dwemer ruins nearby called Arkingthand. See, when you have to read this out loud, it becomes a whole theatrical thing. I need you to run over there and find me a little cube with a circular design and some symbols on one side. It's called a Dwemer puzzle box. Bring me back the puzzle box, and I'll tell you what you want to know. Well, we'll do that. Let me ask about the location again. The old Dwemer ruins at Arkingthand are extensive on the surface and underground. Head south of the town, past the Siltstrider port, then cross bridges east over the Odai River. At the signpost, head north towards Caldera. Immediately on the right, see a signpost for Molag Mar. Turn right, head uphill, and on an old road to cross an ancient Dwemer bridge over Foyada Mamaka. The entrance to Arkitektora is on the east side of the foyer, south of the bridge. Turn a crank on a pipe nearby to open the doors. Who's going to remember all that? That's why we have the journal. Okay, so we need to take care of some rats, and then we got to go to a Dwemer place, and that's not where we need to go. Probably could use those beds, though. All right, we've accomplished much. I'll see you later.
I have a moment. What is it?
This is the exit. It's still raining. You ain't kidding, Dawson. The things you could do with some of the creepier elements, and that again is an area where Morrowind excels. This is a creepy game. Just about everything about this game is just extremely creepy, from the setting to the characters. I mean, look, the native people here, they have red eyes and ashen skins. Goodness gracious. I mean, a normal dark elf could easily be confused for a vampire by someone who's not used to this setting, you know? Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Oh no, the game's locked up. It's a crash. No, it's not.
Outlander, what do you want?
Well, you want someone to check on your son. Okay. Gals Arethi, Almalexia blessed me with many children. Sadly, they all went their separate ways. Perhaps you know Edrino Arethi. I'm proud of her, but wish she were closer. Shurik was always the dutiful son, but his duty took him to the Indorils and the mainland. Lina is very kind, but she is also a Telvanni. A contradiction, I know. Galzarethi, my other son, is a sailor. Would you deliver a letter to him to remind him he has a mother? Is he a son of a sailor? Or are you a sonner? Are you a sailor? Was his dad a sailor? I love this look on her face. Crazy. I'll do it. Oh, I'll be so happy to hear from him. He may be spotted near... or not near, maybe the spotted guar of the family, but I love him all the same. Let me write out that letter for you. Oh yes, and yes, and here, just deliver this to Galzarethi. His ship visits Cedrith Moor regularly, so that's the best place to find him. He'll pay you when you deliver it. Okay, see, you just pick up a nice little quest here. Now, this reminds me of another thing that makes the game not terribly accessible to folks. Unless you're running OpenMW and not the vanilla game. I mean, if you buy this game on GOG or Steam or somewhere else, or you just have the CDs or whatever laying around, there's no easy way to, well, and you can't without a mod, at least I don't think. I don't, you might be able to code dive and do it, to increase the font size of these dialog boxes. By default, they're very, very small. Very, very small, and it would be impossible to read. Using OpenMW, you can easily scale this up to whatever factor you want. I mean, I could make it even bigger than this if I wanted to. In fact, I might, because sometimes I get a little confused where I'm at. But anyway, having to own the game and then run OpenMW to make it more stable and do small things like make the text readable on a 4K monitor. You know, a lot of people are just not going to bother to do that. It's real easy to do, but, you know, I digress. Just pay no attention to me. All right, we're going to somebody's house. The journal. Rats, 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 rats. Drarain Thelis. That was not her house there, was it? Well, I have some mods running, so when we get there, they probably look better than they normally do. I've done a lot of things, like with lighting, and these, like the containers actually open when you select them, things like that. Obviously, these are not vanilla textures. Anybody who knows the game would instantly recognize that. They are upscaled versions
Yes?
using AI, actually. Why'd I come in here? This is not the right house. Sorry. Sorry I just barged in on you. Is this the right house? No, it's not it. That's not it either. I've already forgotten. There's Caius' house. I've already forgotten. See, it's the Let's Player's curse. Drarain Thelis. It's near the river. Okay, we're in the wrong place then.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Radon Radaris. You're super cool looking. Balin Omeril. So your name is Rock the Rambler. Are you new here in Balmora? Well, my name is Balin Omeril. And I don't mind asking questions, or answering questions. I have nothing else on my mind right now, even though it's pouring the rain. And if I start to bore you about Morrowind lore, let me know. Oh my gosh, here we go. Rabbit hole. Some Dunmer get used to Outlanders. We would like some Outlanders and adopt them into the great houses, but it isn't easy. It takes time to win the trust. Someone in particular. None of the counselors. We know this. Yes. Rumors? You know, I mean, it's not just the crops and the herds. The blight storms are making everyone sick. It's not an easy cure. How about some advice? In principle, a member is not to be given tasks that exceed that member's rank. Yes. Yeah. In other words, just, you know, if at first you don't succeed, go level up. Which reminds me, we need to level up. Newt, welcome to the stream and the chat. You're playing some Skyrim. YouTube recommended me. Thank you. Very good. Well, I'm glad to have you. Okay, that's good enough. We're going on a rat killing quest right now. Yeah, we can want and we can hope, can't we, Dawson? Let's see. So that the house is near the river, so it's going to be one of these. Heserinda's house. Let's stumble over the. That's locked, so that's not going to be it. I wish it would quit raining, but it rains all the time. This is it. I hear you got a rat problem.
What is it, Sarah?
Yeah. Are you the one they sent to take care of the cave rats? Yes. These rats are such a nuisance. I'm worried they'll eat all of my pillows. You like pillows, don't you? Rock the Rambler. Anyway, I've got one trapped in my bedroom here, and the other two are in the storage area upstairs. Rats, that is, not pillows. Here's the key for that door. There are at least 3 of these beasts. I hope you've gotten in. I hope they haven't gotten my good pillows. Oh, no. Well, time for them to die. Okay. I shall go and valiantly slay them. Agreed, Newt. This is a neat thing. You see how this rat is red? It's a cave rat. I have a little mod installed to accurately show the cave rats as they are described in the literature. We'll take the meat. And yeah, the Skyblivion. What a project. It's got some books here. There's her pillows. Look at that. My goodness. And the rest of them are upstairs. I do have a similar kind of mod installed here. Which includes, you see, normally in the base game, you have Vardenfell, which is this island here. And one of the DLCs adds Solstheim. Tamriel Rebuilt puts in the mainland of Morrowind, and this is a project in progress. You see how there are like square areas that are just not there. Those haven't been finished yet. Over here, you probably know where that is, don't you? Thinking of the world of Tamriel, you should probably know that that is Skyrim. And we'll be going there at some point, somehow we'll be, a quest will send us over there. But that of course is a mod. A mod called Skyrim, Home of the Nords.
Yes, Outlander.
Which you mentioned Skyblivion, made me remind me of that. Well, the combat, yeah, the combat is old school. It's like old D&D. Every swing is a dice roll, and every critter has an armor class, and I've got a THAC0 score, essentially, right? So I have to roll a certain roll to hit armor class 0, right? So this is why when you're very unskilled, you don't have a lot of hits. And this is something that was real common in older games. Yeah, so Skyrim, if you look at the map, Skyrim is here, the province of Skyrim. We will have quests later that send us over here. I assume we'll be teleported by a wizard, probably. But we are in Morrowind, the game and the province right now. But this is the province of Skyrim over here, where the Nords live. There's another mod that I haven't installed. It's called Cyrodiil, Home of the Empire, or something like that. Can't remember what it's called, but I had problems installing it. It's not as stable. She gave me the key to this. Yikes. Okay, I'm getting a little better. I'm getting some hits in here. How about you? You know what? I'm going to fry you. Cave rat. Oops. We'll take this stuff. Take that. I mean, we're here. I'm over encumbered. We're going to do some alchemy with the rat meat. Again, I'm just making potions to try and level up. That's all. Rat meat special. No caps lock. Rat meat special with extra waterfish. Failed. Failed. Okay. Too bad. But we could do restore fatigue. Let's take the rat meat out. We need to make some restore fatigue potions. Interesting. Why would that paralyze? I guess one of the extra... Wow, we're so good at this, aren't we? Scuttle. Hey, we got one potion. Not bad. Salt rice. Hey, we got another one. That's good. Restore fatigue potions are super important. Okay. And we're no longer over encumbered. See? Alchemy is a useful skill for many reasons. There's a septum there. I can take that. I mean, this woman, she's going to have to pay up, right? Oh, my. Slowed soap. We want that. It's worth something. It's also useful. It has another attribute. I don't remember what it is, but it's useful. Bitter green. Oh, we could use that. Right. I mean, all these are good. Bulb root. Cure paralyzation. Yes. Restore health. Yep. Salt ice. Restore fatigue. Drain fatigue. Drain until... we won't get into that right now. Hey, gold. She's going to know we've been digging in her stuff, but we'll be long gone by that time. Take the salt rice. Take the salt rice. Hey, there's another septum. Always pays to look around, don't it? Basket of pillows. I love that. This lady, man, she is something special. This is a memorable quest. We don't need this many pillows. I mean, she wants to, you know, sleep comfortably. I can't blame her. Is she really like Mike Lindell? Is this his grandmother or something? Is he really a dark elf? Is that what's wrong with him? Marshmallow. Restore health. Yep, we need that. Rat meat. Yep. Salt rice. Yeah, we'll take that. Mike Lindell, secret scion of the 6th house, and my pillow guru extraordinaire. Okay, let's try to make some more potions. Rat meat and gold can it? Come on. Crap in a bottle. It failed. Oh well. We can get serious here though. Marshmallow and resin. Come on, big money. Ugh. Failed. Sucks. Oh well. Trying to put that in there. And I don't know, we could try to restore health and what's his name? Fatigue. We got a potion there. We got 2. Not so bad. Fatigue. The fatigued Ashlander. I love that you can name the potions. It's always fun. Crab meat and salt rice. Come on, big money. Hey, we got one. That's enough fooling around for now. Do we have anything else that restores fatigue? I haven't committed all these to memory yet. Let's try to make a water walking. Failed. Oh well, whatever. Good. I can't wait. I guess we're ready to go. What is that? A torch. I'll take that. We need that because we don't have a light source. Okay, I got some good news, lady.
What is this about?
Well, you're tall. Well, it's about the cave rats. I'll take your word that they're dead. Here, take these 100 septums. Sounds good to me. The lore. Ashlanders worship their ancestors. Ashlander tribes are led by the Ashcan war chiefs, guided by the wisdom and prophecies of their wise women. They haven't been back yet. Well, that's good. Well, if you ever have any more trouble, just let me know. I'll gladly come and wipe them out for you. You're quite the fetching lass. Now we need a bed. I think we can rest at the guild. Pretty sure. Now talk about somewhere creepy. Look at this. Check out this alley. There's nothing good gonna come of that. I remember when this game first came out. I had trouble playing it because I kept falling asleep. There's something about it was just very soothing.
I'm listening, please. Go ahead.
It took me a while to... I mean, it wasn't boring. It was the soothing aspect. There's some cots in here. I think I can use these. I can. Let's rest until healed. Yeah, because we need to level up in the worst way. You have ascended to level 2. You realize that all your life you've been coasting along as if you were in a dream. Suddenly, facing the trials of the last few days, you have come alive. All right. So, now we choose our attributes that we wish to increase. The multipliers here are based on the amount that we use, the associated behaviors or skills, right? So we swung the sword a lot, so we got ×5 for strength. We're going to go for that for sure to bump up to 55 strength. That's excellent. Now, we could get 42 intelligence. Not bad. We probably need that. Speed, also not bad. Endurance, personality. I mean, all these are good, right? We run out of mana really quickly. What are my top 3 games of all time? Dawson asked. Wow. That is a heck of a question. It's an excellent question. I'd have to think about that for a minute. I would say Morrowind is on that list. But I would like to cheat and put all the Elder Scrolls games as one. because I like them all. Even even Arena and Daggerfall. I like them too. Daggerfall is an easy one to get lost in, but again, you have to really be into that old school PC thing. I would also tend to say that The Legend of Zelda belongs on that list for me, because it was an early example of an open world game. And again, this is just shooting from the hip, right off the top of my head, not giving a lot of time to think about it. A third one, I would say probably Wizardry, Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. But I'm an old fart, okay, so, but Fallout probably on those, should be on that list. The Witcher 3 also. Dawson says, number 1, Outer Worlds. Number 2, Fallout New Vegas. Number 3, Fallout 3. Those are great choices, my friend. Great choices. Breath of the Wild. That's another one. That's another one that I would like to put on a list. Man, it's hard to narrow it down to 3. But just shooting from the hip right off, I would lump the Elder Scrolls into 1, and then say The Legend of Zelda and Wizardry, the original one. But I mean, Ultima should be on there. Full of Radiance, D&D Gold Box games, those should be on there. I think those 3 give us a nice balance, because Zelda's a console game. Elder Scrolls is a kind of second generation PC game, and Wizardry is an early PC game. RPG and adventure is kind of my thing. I guess you could tell. Street Fighter's not on the list, even though I do really like Street Fighter 2. Newt says every Elder Scrolls has its charm. I agreed. But then again, I've only played Morrowind and above. Well, for sure. They do each have their charm. Arena and Daggerfall are very much cut of the same cloth. When they came out, Daggerfall is a big technological leap, but it's not immediately obvious when you just look at the game. But those two kind of have their own sort of, they're I think of them as like a couplet. And then Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, all very different. All very different, but they all are very endearing in their own way. I'm not one of those people who says Morrowind is the best, Skyrim sucks, and Oblivion's okay, or the vice versa. You hear the opposite of that. I love all of them. Yeah, Arena and Daggerfall are very, very old. Anyway, we got to put another point somewhere. I'm thinking speed. Might as well put it there, I guess. And that is a level up, and we're all healed up. We check our journal here. We gotta... What were we doing? We gotta go to deliver this letter. That was a side quest. Options. Let's just do it this way. Quests. And Tabulous Informant. Here we go. The Spymaster sent me to Hasfat and Tablis at Balmora Fighters Guild. I'm to ask him what he knows about the Nerevarine secret cult in the 6th house. That's what we did. We went there, and the favor. We got to go to the Dwemer ruin nearby called Arkanthand. Right, and find the puzzle cube. Okay, so that's going to be a whole big thing. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I think we're going to have to save that for next time. I've been going for about an hour and a half, and my voice is starting to get a little bit tired, and Morrowind is a game that I love, but it is difficult for me to stream it for very long because of all the reading. But I try to make it as entertaining as possible for you all. And I really appreciate HP, Dawson, and Ute for being in the chat tonight. Really great to see you all and to meet you as well. Newt and Dawson, you're new. HP, he's a long-time viewer. Come back. Tomorrow night we'll be streaming at 7:30 p.m. again. Tomorrow night we'll be doing Fallout New Vegas. So another Bethesda game. Totally different situation. As Dawson is rounding out his top 10. Let's see what you got here. The rest of the top 10. Number 4, Bioshock. Bioshock 1. Number 5, Bioshock 2. You like that? Bioshock, great series as well. Number 6, Metro Last Light. Metro Last Light. Metro, you know, I played that for the channel. I got a little bit frustrated with it, and my graphics card died, and I never went back to that series, but I do have that. If you want to check out my playlists, I do have a Metro series for the first Metro game. Far Cry and GTA. All very good. Well, again, I thank you all for being here. I hope you have a wonderful time. Make sure you like the video before you go. And I hope I'll see you again tomorrow. Metro 2033. Gotcha. I'll see you again tomorrow. Same time, same channel. When we do in New Vegas. And stay safe. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. All right. I should say also, I don't think I mentioned, thank you to anyone who's watching who's not in the chat. We've had several viewers at different times throughout the stream. I really appreciate you hanging out with us. And I'll see you tomorrow. I might actually stream some during the day tomorrow too. But definitely tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Night-night, everybody.